can't compete with. And it's coming up for an hour today. I also have my good friend and special guest for 60 minutes. It's going to be fire, as they would say in the islands. It's going to be fire, man. Fire. Here we go. So we're going to talk about it right now, minus the accent. This is the all new. Yes, I always love when I get to do something new because I'm still kind of a new host, right, Brett? I'm kind of a new host. But it's the Amazon Fire. It's the Max. It's the 11-inch tablet with 128 gigs of space. And you're getting the choice. You can get that alone, or you can get it with the keyboard case. I'm going to tell you why I love the keyboard case again. It's all new today. Our sale price is $199.98 without the case, $279.98 with the case. Let's talk about the easy pays. $40 just if you want the tablet, and $56 if you want the tablet and the keyboard. We're offering 30-day returns. If you want the tablet without the keyboard, we have $200. If you want the tablet with the keyboard, we have $100. Just want to let you know the item number is E for excitement, 19787. Shipping and handling is free. I'm going to talk about why I love this, but you're saving $50 when you shop with us today if you get just the tablet. And if you want the tablet and the keyboard, you're saving $80. This is Amazon's Fire tablet. We're going to talk about why it's so fire after bringing my guest, Brett Hamilton, who's a good friend of mine. We talk about technology, talk about X, we talk about music.
We talk about
a lot of different things.
Cool running, man.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun show. Yep. I got to try this, but I want you to talk about why this is different and what makes this so amazing.
Yeah, I think when people see anything other than Apple, well, anything other than Apple, there's a red flag, and they go, could this be as good? Could this do as much? Could this give me the functionality without having to spend $500, $600, $700? And the answer is yes. And what's interesting is that when Amazon first started with tablets, they had their 7, they had their 8, they had their 10-inch. Certainly good enough. But then all of a sudden, and it's been recently because this is the premiere of it, they decided to dive headfirst into a hardcore tablet experience. I mean, a much faster processor, more RAM, the brain inside here can accomplish more, and the look, TJ, of the big boy tablet, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, this thing, whether you get the keyboard or you don't, and by the way, let's get that out of the way right now. This will do exactly the same thing with or without the keyboard. The keyboard, for an extra purchase, is going to give you that laptop feel. And because you can do so many cool things on here like Microsoft Office, I mean, there it is right there. I can go inside here, I can create documents, and I can do spreadsheets and all that other stuff. That answers probably the first question. Will it hold its own against the others, and is it more than just a toy? But I think for a lot of us, and me included, when you pick up a tablet, it's more about just kind of stepping back from the work world and kind of escaping with some other stuff. Yeah. You know, it could be watching a movie, it could be shopping, it could be watching videos. I mean, look how beautiful that picture is there. And now the ability with all that we have access to, whether it's audio or video, to be able to use this as a little escape. And I think that's kind of where we're starting with all this. And now, because we have an hour, we can kind of dive in and show you everything.
Let's do that. So what you don't know, QVC family, is Brett and I were getting mic'd up, and I got to try this at home. So the team here at QVC said, Tej, here, try this out for a week. And I did just that. I want to let you know, I have that tablet made by the Fruit Company.
It's an iPad.
And I have the Pro version, and I also have the keypad. Can I tell you, I personally spent, because I remember for my taxes, because I was using it for business, I spent over $1,000 on it, and I had it. And this exact same experience, and I want to let you know, this screen is actually better. Mine is a few years older, but the screen is better on this. And so, and when you have this keyboard here, I'm going to tell you, get it with the keyboard because it'll be your favorite computer. Because that's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times when we say get this or get that, let me turn the volume down on this. You know, we're just trying to get you to purchase something else. I think in this particular case, it's a preference thing. You know, do you want to use this as a tablet? And I'll take this off to show you. There you go. It works just like a regular tablet. By the way, the tablet case, keyboard case, comes with this back on it for a reason. It becomes a kickstand. So even if you're not using the keyboard, you've still got a cool little easel here to be able to get wherever you go. But what's nice about this particular keyboard, by the way, this is an Amazon keyboard. This is not made by like Fred's Keyboard Shack or something like that. No, seriously, the reason I say that is because sometimes there's accessories out there. You know, you go and you buy the widget, and then you're like, okay, well, I need a case, or I need a keyboard, or I need whatever. And you get it home, and you're like, where do I actually? That's all you have to do with this one. It connects with a magnet. And the magnet provides power to this, and the magnet allows these two to talk to each other. But that aside, what are we talking about today? It's It's everything. It's everything. In fact, before I take you through a tour, give me the top, and I can't hear what you're saying, but I want you to give yourself like a mental list. Give me like the top 3, 4, 5 things that you do on one of these every day, or maybe you've got an older laptop and you're thinking about replacing that laptop. What is it going to be? And I can almost predict. You're probably going to shop because you're watching us right now. And check out the speed on this thing. And when we go from looking at whatever it is, today's special value. By the way, the goats are only what, about 200 yards from here.
Right.
This is the day that I wish this place was open for the public to come in, to come see the goat. They're the tiniest, cutest little things. That's got nothing to do with Fire Tablet or anything else. I'm just telling you one of the great things about this job is you never know what you're going to see. All right, so we go from there to here. And when I say there to here, you see how fast this Kindle app opens up? Now, there's a book. And you go, well, wait a minute, we were shopping. How did you get to the book so fast? That's one of the upgrades. You got a processor in here and you've got RAM. RAM, by the way, is a fancy term for multitasking. RAM is random access memory. Memory, not like I've remembered something. Memory just to kind of let you jump from shopping to reading to watching to whatever you're going to do without having to like wait for it to happen. Kind of like the laptop you might have that's older. By the way, inside here, just inside this app alone, let me grab my old man glasses. Put these on. You can do some pretty cool stuff. If you're looking at this page right now and you go, wow, I wish the font was bigger because I don't have my readers, check this out. All I have to do is slide my finger across here, and I don't think you need readers anymore, TJ. Look at that.
No, it's perfect.
And by the way, this screen, not only is it a beautiful screen, but that's one of the things you have to look for when you're thinking about buying a tablet. Will it react? Right? I remember, and I'm probably dating myself a little bit here, but I remember when QVC got their very first tablet. I don't remember, it was a brand that's not around anymore. But you had to physically like molest the screen. You had to like smash your hand against it. I'm not trying to be funny. It was like, and you're hoping. It was almost like there were buttons embedded back there. Capacitive touch came along with the iPad and Amazon, stuff like that. And now, look at this. I mean, I'm barely even tapping the screen, and it comes to life. And for those of you going, well, how am I getting from place to place? All it is this home button at the bottom here. But if you've got the keyboard, you just tap home, and it takes you back to where you began.
That's
I like
what I
that
learned.
one, right?
Yeah,
that's cool, right?
I was looking for this back button because that's the thing that we love about our technology.
Yeah.
Once we learn it, it becomes intuitive. But this was for me, and like you said, on that keyboard, if you choose that, that home button there took me back.
Take that off, I'll show
And if you show that, that's great.
Yeah.
And so while Brett has that in his hand, I want to remind you, you're getting the choice of the tablet, or you can get the tablet with the keyboard, and you're also going to get the USB-C cable. You're getting the power adapter and the SD card ejection pin, which we can talk about that a little bit later, and also the case, which he showed you. So those are some of the features that we're including in our bundle. Again, you're saving $50 if you just want the tablet, and you're saving $80 if you want the keyboard with that tablet, and they all fit together seamlessly, as Brett was talking about.
Yeah, so let's go back to the tablet itself, because it's an investment, right? We're not talking about a $50 tablet. We're not talking about an $80 tablet, which some of the other Amazon tablets cost. We shopped, we read. This is the magic go-to spot right here, the App Store. If you go in the App Store, this is the internet, this isn't the tablet here. You go inside the App Store, that's where you're going to find the ability to do all of this. Meaning, when you get this home, and TJ, you know this because you got one fresh out of the box, you basically build your home screen. And your home screen happens from the App Store. Meaning, if you want, well, let's go down here and I'll show you. If you want Facebook, if you want Instagram, if you want Pinterest or Netflix or Hulu or any of that stuff, this screen is mine because I made it my own. I added my email. For those of you going, hey, do I still have to go back to my computer or my phone to read my email? The answer is no. Any existing email account that you have, when you turn this on for the very first time, open up the email icon and just put your username and your password. So now you've got your shopping, you've got your reading, you've got Silk browser, by the way, is just, that's their fancy term for a web browser.
Yeah.
You know, and you can go up here and type in any website you want. And by the way, and I think there's this misunderstanding that if you get a tablet and you go on the web, it won't look like a computer website. Meaning, you know, a website is a website, we all think. But then we're on our phone, we're like, that doesn't look like the one on my computer. And you go to a lot of tablets, that doesn't look like the one on my computer. This is the identical version of QVC.com right here. And look at this. I'm using my finger to go shopping right now. If the app wasn't enough, and I'm only able to show you QVC.com, you can go to any website in the world, any website that exists, and it's right there. And again, to go home, it's either, if you've got the keyboard, it's this button here, or if you don't, you simply tap that button at the bottom. You've got a back button, you got a home button, This button over here will just show you all of your apps that you have open. So I think you kind of get a feel that when you turn this on for the very first time, make it your own. Make it your own, download, and I hope that wasn't the goats.
Yeah, I don't think
They're trying
it
to
was.
escape.
But I love that you said that, because listen, so they gave this to me, so I had to start from scratch.
Yep.
So what I did, they asked me how I wanted to turn it on. I actually put in my Amazon information.
Yep.
And then they were ready to go. They said, do you want to have your email set up and things
Sure.
like that? Here's the other thing that I did that I'm gonna have to erase. So it was smart enough, it knew my credit card information and everything else when I logged in. So it was already ready to go.
For the Amazon
and do,
account,
yeah,
yeah.
and do
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that stuff. But then it was easy for me to surf and do all that stuff. Like I was looking up the Great Wolf Lodge because I'm gonna be there in a couple of weeks. All those different things you see in my history, the Anthony Joshua fight, everything else. The internet experience is the same, and I love that you said for the web pages, sometimes pages are optimized for your cell phone, they look different.
Yeah.
That's not what you're getting with this.
Yeah, and again, for $200, or if you decide to go with the keyboard for the $280 or whatever, you want to be able to have the full experience, whether you're shopping, whether you're reading, whether you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. But this tablet, unlike the others, has the original assistant inside here, and we all know her name. If I say it, she's going to come to life. But
Yeah.
when you think about what an Amazon Echo costs by itself with no screen, and then you think about what the Echo Show cost with the screen, we're giving you that as well. That's all inside here. So you can say to her, Alexa, show me a recipe for vegetarian chili.
Finding some vegetarian chili recipe.
I got the volume down, but I'm going to show
No,
you.
mine just
Oh,
came
you got
up.
it up
You
there
have
too, 'cause
lentil
it's on there.
chili.
Oh,
sesame
because it's
chili
over
bean.
there.
Yeah, here we
All right,
go.
so bring it up. I'm going to turn your Alexa feature off
Okay.
because the two are going to be competing with each other. But there you go. I mean, and by the way, you can put this on any device that you have the Amazon Echo already on. They can all kind of talk to each other and work together.
Yeah.
Here, let me, if you don't mind, I'm just going to turn your. Oh well, you know what? While I'm turning it
Don't
off, let me
steal
show
my
you.
information, Greg.
No.
All my stuff is on that thing, and I love it now.
for this is actually pretty cool. I'm going to show you in real time how you make it an Amazon Alexa. First of all, we're going to do something cool because it's too bright for the screen here. All I have to do is go. Now, you see, you got the little font. When I turned it on, I did old man font.
I'm sorry, Brett. I'm sorry.
I did old man font. I put it on the large one. Let me go in here, put my readers on. As you can see, inside the display, I can turn the brightness down. I can also, see, so now we can see this. I could also go inside here, for those of you going, I don't want this device to talk to me, and I don't want to talk to it.
Yep.
I just turned off Alexa, okay? She's still on this one right here. You have to turn that on. That doesn't happen when you take it out of the box. So if you want to just use this as a tablet slash mini version of a computer, the Alexa stuff doesn't have to be part of the experience. Though I encourage you to take advantage of it because of all the cool stuff that I'm about to show you. I dropped that on its magnets
Great.
there, and you're good to go. All right, let's go back to this. We've got the recipe up here, and that's not where it stops. This could be anything. Give me, okay, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Who was the 17th president of the United States?
I-
Right? See, I don't know either. Alexa, who was the 17th president of the United States? Wait a minute. I got my volume down. I'm sorry, guys.
President of
There
the
we go.
United States was Andrew Johnson, who
Now.
took office on April 15, 1865.
Now, when you and I were growing up, TJ, we had that wall of encyclopedias, if you were fortunate enough to have
Funkin' Wagnalls.
The Funkin'
or,
Wagnall,
or
yeah.
Britannica. Is that,
I think, all
Yeah.
those guys. The problem with those is that the day they were published, they were obsolete, right? History keeps moving. The world keeps happening. This is just an unlimited source of learning and education. So this can be a learning tool for you, for your kids, for whatever it might be. So when your son or daughter walks in the room and says, who was the 17th president of the United States? You can excuse yourself. You walk into the other room and you're like, Alexa. All right, so let me show you some other cool Alexa stuff. We got a couple devices back here.
Okay.
And assuming all the internet is stabilized, you can get smart plugs. We have them on QVC.com. The smart plug plugs into a device. It plugs into a lamp. It plugs into a fan, whatever it might be. And then you can ask her to operate those devices. So let's go home here.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on great room lamp.
Okay.
So I just turned the lamp on. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. It's right there. I'll turn it off, so stay there. Alexa, turn off great room lamp.
Okay.
Now, I don't know about you, But there's a lot of reasons to have these smart plugs. The smart plugs are